A historic winter storm has swept across the United States, unleashing a powerful wave of ice, snow, and Arctic cold that has plunged much of the country into chaos. The storm, officially named Winter Storm Fern, is being described by meteorologists as one of the most widespread and dangerous winter weather events in modern American history. Stretching over 2,000 miles, the storm has impacted more than 240 million Americans in over 40 states, disrupting daily life and posing severe risks to infrastructure, transportation, and human safety.
January 25th.
In Tennessee, the impact of the storm has been particularly devastating. Freezing rain and heavy snow blanketed the state, transforming roads into ice rinks and downing thousands of power lines. More than 290,000 homes and businesses lost electricity as thick ice weighed down on trees and power grids. Major urban centers including Nashville, Knoxville, and Memphis saw ice accumulations of up to half an inch or more, with widespread travel disruptions and vehicle accidents reported on interstates and local roads. Schools across the state closed, public transportation ground to a halt, and emergency services struggled to respond to growing demands. The Tennessee Valley Authority issued warnings about potential power overloads, urging residents to conserve energy and remain indoors. Despite efforts by repair crews, progress has been slow due to dangerous road conditions and sub-freezing temperatures. In neighboring Mississippi, residents are enduring what local officials are calling the worst ice storm in over 30 years. Overnight, the state was coated in thick layers of ice, turning entire neighborhoods into frozen landscapes. Over 150,000 people in Mississippi have been left without power, with especially hard-hit areas including Corinth, Tupelo, and large portions of northern and central counties. Fallen trees and power poles have blocked roads and crushed vehicles, while transformers exploded across cities as electrical systems buckled under the weight of ice. Emergency shelters have been opened in schools, churches, and civic centers to provide warmth to families without heat and bottled water. Distribution points have been established in counties where water systems have been compromised. With temperatures dropping well below freezing at night, the threat of hypothermia and frostbite has become very real for thousands of vulnerable residents, particularly the elderly and those with limited access to transportation or medical care. Nationwide, the consequences of Winter Storm Fern have been catastrophic. At least 11 people have died as a result of the storm, with fatalities reported from traffic collisions, exposure to the cold, and fires linked to unsafe heating methods. More than 1 million homes and businesses lost power across the country at the height of the storm, and the recovery is expected to take several more days, if not longer, in remote or heavily affected regions. The U.S. aviation system has also been severely disrupted, with over 10,000 flights canceled and thousands more delayed. Major airports in Dallas, Atlanta, and Charlotte were forced to suspend operations temporarily, creating ripple effects throughout the nation's travel network. As freezing rain continues to fall across portions of the East Coast, further delays and cancellations are anticipated.
In Tennessee,
In response to the growing crisis, the governors of Tennessee, Mississippi, Kentucky, and Arkansas have all declared states of emergency. National Guard units have been activated to assist in disaster response, and federal agencies including FEMA are standing by to deploy resources and aid to the hardest-hit areas. State officials have issued urgent warnings to residents. Stay indoors, avoid unnecessary travel, use generators only in well-ventilated outdoor areas, and seek help immediately if experiencing symptoms of cold-related illness. Local authorities have also called on neighbors to check in on one another, particularly elderly residents or those living alone, to ensure community safety during this dangerous period. Hospitals and emergency response systems across Tennessee and Mississippi are under severe strain due to the winter storm. Ambulances face delays reaching patients because of ice-covered roads, and some clinics have been forced to close due to power loss or unsafe conditions. In rural areas where access to medical care is already limited, storm damage has made it nearly impossible for residents to reach hospitals. Some patients with chronic conditions, such as those on dialysis or oxygen therapy, have been left in dangerous situations as travel remains risky and fuel for backup generators runs low. Emergency rooms are also seeing an uptick in injuries related to slips, falls, and frostbite.